All right. All right. This room, this talk, what I'm about to share with you is what you would call the metaphorical elephant within your room, within your house, within you. This is your house. As you can see, I have elephants all over the place. As a reminder to me, as within, as without. Now, if you're feeling lost in life and you don't know where to step anymore, and it's most likely because you've had a myriad of issues that you've had to deal with and overcome in your life, and that could be with family, with work, with your support system, your needs, your living needs, whatever the case may be. We all have different deals that we have to move past within ourselves, different blockages within ourselves that we can't seem to shake. And that all has to do within us. When we have blocks, when we have issues that can't get resolved and we continually loop in our life journey, having the same thing happen over and over again, we're stuck. We're just stuck. So if you're feeling this lost feeling in your life, you know, a lot of it is because sometimes we're drifting through life because of not being able to grasp and connect the dots of where we have been. So, the very first, most important question to ask yourself is, where am I now? After all is said and done, where do I stand right now? What are my thoughts on what I have gone through? What have I gone through? Have I resolved, come to completion in all those thoughts, or are they open ended and loose and not tied tight together? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. That's called self inquiry. And self inquiry in this process is so important because no matter what happens in the world, no matter what the distractions are, the diversions are, the false flag wavings, whatever is happening out there, how you respond to it has everything to do on how much you've cleared yourself on your inside of yourself, how much you've questioned yourself and come to completion with your own ideas, your own conclusions. Or are they conclusions, or are you open? Some things need to be tied up in order to go on, in order to continue the flow. And that's where looping happens, unresolved issues that we ignore. And when we ignore them, they take a step back out of our sight. They go into the subconscious, we're not conscious of our subconscious until we do become conscious of our subconscious. And that takes a little bit of work. That's what meditation is about, self-inquiry is about, self-examination, whatever term you want to use. This is mindfulness. This is being in the moment. All of these titles, all of these modulars collide when you start to get real with yourself and ask yourself why you're lost. Okay? There's a collision of all of these wonderful, wonderful things that can enlighten you and bring truth and understanding and closure to the issues that lay dormant within you. It's important to start there. So ask yourself the question, where am I now? What have I gone through? And sit with that and don't just, do it really fast. Well, you can do it really fast, but, you have to give it the love and attention it deserves, because everything within you that you've forgotten about is seeking your attention. That's why it keeps coming up. You know, that's why you keep having issues. That's why you're at dis-ease with yourself, because they're unresolved and they keep on. These are, your body keeps the score. Your body definitely keeps a score of everything. So if you're mindful, this is where mindful and self-awareness comes in. You're aware of what's coming up, right? And even though mentally you don't know the subject or the topic of what's trying to surface in you, you know it's important, you know. And it's not reliving your traumas, your dilemmas, the things that you want to forget, but you must not forget, because they have to be resolved. Okay, whatever that is. And some things, and you don't know what's unknown to you. So to be open-minded and allow everything to come up as it may, you know, it's really that simple. Allowing all these energies within you that have been trapped to resurface without judgment. And when they do resurface, you know that you're not reliving it. You might have a panic feeling. There might be panic surrounding what you're going through. At the same time, the energy of fear coming up and excitement are the same. Okay, it's the same feeling, right? It's the unknown. So don't push away these uncomfortable feelings. Sit with them. There's many people that I see now that are drifting into their dark nights of their soul, drifting into sadness, and they're saying, is it being at the bottom of the barrel? But it's not. It's being deep within yourself and looking and looking. And if you know that, if you put that in your intellect, I know right now it's not that the sky is falling and the world is ending, but I need to look at something and look at something deeply within me. Because the world that you are living is a projection of the world you have inside you, right? And if you want to evolve, this gets cleared before anything else. You see what you are. And if you're in sadness, embrace that sadness and ask that sadness, why are you sad? What incidents? And allow them to surface and give them time and lean back and allow the signs and synchronicities to come your way. And they will. They will. But this is not on your time. Like, come on. It's my time. I got to get on with things. I have a trip, a dinner appointment, or whatever you may have. It's not like that at all. It's being open-minded and allowing. When you ask yourself a question, when you inquire about yourself to yourself, the answer will come. It could be at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know? It could be any time at all, but you're inquiring and you're allowing. Okay, the opposite end of that is to keep all of these triggers and these feelings and these disappointments entrapped within you, and then you're just a loaded gun. You're triggered anytime something hits that dissatisfaction or that open-ended issue within you. That's where the triggers come in, right? So try not to be a loaded gun, because it's not good for your health and it's not good for anybody else's. And you have an opportunity to see things from a different perspective. And that different perspective changes things. So if you're feeling lost in life, look at yourself first. Self-inquiry. Ask yourself, how did you get here? If you're all alone and you've lost people, look at that honestly and truthfully. Like, has anything of this situation have to do with me? Am I the cause of this? And the truth is, you're the cause of everything. It is. That is when you go right down to the truth of whatever you're asking. So there is a rabbit hole, and it goes on and on. I've been on this journey for a long time. When I think of it, I get emotional. But it is rewarding to take ownership of who you are. It is rewarding to not be in a group of people that are just, throwing different memes and positive thoughts at each other. That's because without that group of people, when that group of people leave, you're lost and feeling alone again. Do your own work. It is important. It's important to get to higher ground and work it out within yourself. So namaste. And I will see you on the path. I'm always there. I'm always on the path. It's a good place to be. Namaste.